We are live and in effect. 6:30, baby. Let's see who we can get up in here. Let me make sure all this shit is set right. Public. Playlist. That's good. All right, let's see who we can get up in here. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? How's everybody? How is everybody today? Start up this. Native girl, what's going on? John LaForce, what's going on, man? I'll answer your question in just a minute, brother. Let me get settled in. Big Rob, what's good with you? John LaForce, I'm going right to your question when we first start, man. Don't even worry about it, but I have a ritual whenever I do my lives. I always have my drink. I'm drinking on, as y'all see the cup. I'm drinking on some Buffalo Trace. And I got an aging room cigar that I'm smoking on. So I usually let it get to about 3 minutes. I'm going to light that up, and then we're going to start up this conversation here. So y'all go ahead and start with your questions if you have any questions or anything like that, which y'all want to know or whatever. We'll get to them. Oh, Chocolate Drop, what's going on, baby? What's going on? Y'all know, hey, so listen. Oh, yeah, Native girls ask me about my waves. I'm letting them out. I'm sorry. Hey, if any of y'all get seasick, Dramamine. Dramamine helps with seasick, motion sickness and stuff like that. So if my waves make you sick, make sure you get you some of that for the next video. So I had to bring out my new cup. You know what I'm saying? Usually I drink in a glass. I drink my whiskey in a glass, but I had to bring out my new cup just to let y'all see it. You know, a plug. I had to plug it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff's going to be available soon. I got some things. I had somebody order some more shirts the other day, so I'm trying to work through that now. I think I'm just changing up the process though, man, because it takes a little bit for it to go through like it's supposed to. So we're at the 3-minute mark. I'm gonna go ahead and light my cigar, and then I'm gonna get to the first question of John LaForest. He asked the question. So let me get this lit real quick. How y'all doing, man? How's everything going? How's your weekend? All that stuff going, man. Y'all ready for Christmas? All right. I'm smoking on the aging room, okay? So the first question, that was the first comment, anything. I appreciate John LaForce. He asked me, what is your favorite weapon to carry when you're not working? As of right now, I'm carrying, matter of fact, I have it on right now. It's my Glock 19 MOS is what I'm carrying. I really don't have a favorite gun to carry. I just carry what is the most, I can get the most out of. I want to switch to that SIG P320X carry for when I'm off duty. That's what I really want to switch to, man. So, but I don't have a favorite gun to carry. My favorite gun altogether, you guys know, is a 1911, man. I love 1911s. I just want to find a 1911 that's comfortable to carry because they're so bulky, and they don't make very good holsters for them that make them comfortable to carry either. So if I can find a good holster for a 1911 to carry and shoot, and I had a good 1911 to carry, I would do it. Most of my 1911s are full size, and they don't have rails on them and stuff like that. So if I can find one, you know, with all that on there, I would love to carry a 1911 while I'm off duty, since I can't carry it while I'm on duty. Hope that answers your question. Michael Grasco, I got some whiskey and I'm watching. All right, Michael, what kind of whiskey you drinking on, man? I hope it ain't no bub. Nah, let me stop. All right, Chicago Southside. He is the one. He ordered one of each color. Guys, I want to address that on this live. That's what I was trying to address on this live, is that I am going to cancel my current t-shirt distributor. All right, they had some hidden fees in there that I had no idea about and things of that sort. So I'm canceling that. So guys, don't go on there and order. If you want to order from there, matter of fact, I've made it to where you can't order it off there anymore. If you want to order shirts in between now and the time I actually go ahead and drop the other shirts, you can email me and I can order them and send them to you myself. And I think that'll be a quicker process, and they won't have as many hidden fees as this other distributor had. So if you want to do that, like I said, go to my description, my email address, the dieseltv001@gmail, and let me know what you want. And we'll set up you sending me money, payments or whatever through Cash App or through PayPal. I'll put an invoice in there with it and all that stuff. So if you have any problems, you can always, get back with me. All right. Hey, Diesel, from state of New Jersey. First time on the chat. I was on Texas Gun Vault chat just to feed my AR-10 for Christmas. Nice. AR-10 for Christmas. Did you buy it yourself for yourself, or did somebody buy it for you? Michael Grasso, I'm always ready for the holidays to be over. I need a nap. Hey, man, I feel the same way, bro. My bank account need a nap, too. You know what I'm saying? They need to go to sleep because I'm kind of broke after these holidays, DH, what's going on, man? How you been? Hope everybody's well. Evans Williams. Okay, I hear you, man. I hear you. Evans Williams. I hear you. That's not too bad. It's not too bad. All you need is a good stick to go with it, man. Get you a good cigar to go with it, man. You'll be all right. What else is going out there, guys? Y'all know my Steelers is playing tonight, so stop playing with yourself now. My boys are playing tonight. We about to let them lay them down. About to lay them down. Hey, Chicago Southside, did you get the confirmation from that company saying that your order has been processed and all that stuff, and the tracking? Well, the tracking number probably ain't gonna be yet because they haven't even fulfilled it yet. Morse McCaleb says, what is a good revolver to carry? Smith and Wesson makes good revolvers. Taurus, they make good revolvers. I mean, it's just a plethora of revolvers out there to carry, man. The micros are nice. I mean, there are a lot of revolvers out there that are very, very good revolvers, man. I've gotten away from carrying revolvers because it's not something that I practice with or train with. My revolvers just sit in the safe, and that's all they do, man. That's why I haven't even shown them yet, because I really don't do much with them. I have a few revolvers, but like I said, I just don't do anything with them. I'm more of a semi-automatic guy when it comes to carrying. Revolvers are always good to have. I keep a few laying around the house just in case, but yeah, it's not, I don't think you can go wrong with a revolver, man. It's kind of like one of those things where it's kind of hard to find a bad revolver. It's kind of hard to find a bad AR. It's kind of hard to find a bad 1911. Those platforms are just hard to mess up. Kind of like, it's hard to mess up eggs. If you're messing up eggs, you need to stop cooking. If you're messing up a revolver, you don't need to be making guns. So you can pretty much go with, I'm not going to say any revolver, but you can pretty much go with most revolvers and you'll be good when it comes to carrying a revolver. All right, chocolate drop. I'm sorry. My fault. Chicago Southside. My fault. I got you, bro. I got you. Oh man, you ain't gonna. I hope you know you're never gonna live that down, bro. You will always have that name. That name will be close to my heart. Every time I see that name, Chicago Southside, I'm gonna think about Chocolate Drop. Every single time. Just let you know. It's gonna be close to my heart. I'm gonna keep it right here over this, this C cup right here. The C cup I got right here. Right under that is my heart. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like right around here, close to my gut, the big part, the gut. That's where I'm gonna keep that name, Chocolate Drop. Oh wow! Ron Williams says my lovely wife bought it for me. You better not let her go, because she buying guns for you, so don't let her go. Smoking on a good stick. Well, Cohiba smoking on a good stick as well. Cohiba Black. Cohiba Blacks are the only Cohibas that I like, and I really don't even. I like them. I just don't like the price of them, so I don't get those that much either, man. Because you can get what is it? That's made in the same exact warehouse. It is a something black. I cannot remember the name. I'll try to remember the name, but there's a stick that you can get a lot cheaper that's made with the same exact tobacco, rolled in the same exact factory, and they smoke very, very similar. It's really not that big of a difference from the Cohiba Black. John LaForce says he sounds like a male stripper. He does sound like a male stripper. He really does. Chocolate Drop sounds just like a male stripper. That's why I'm picking at him, because he ain't no damn stripper. So Michael Grasso says cheap ARs are fine. Just make sure you get yourself a good BCG. I think the thing I see break the most. Hold on. I see break boat carrier groups with both. Yeah, you're right. I mean, the boat carrier group, you always want to make sure it's a good one, man. Magnetized and all that stuff, good steel. But I've bought some cheap ones before for ARs that are really not going to shoot that much. Like the cheapest one I've ever bought was like $75, and it's still holding up to this day. If it breaks, it breaks. I don't shoot the gun that much, so I'm gonna get my money out of it. It's still working. So I mean, I wouldn't suggest, if you were running an AR that was going to be something that you was going to be using a lot, don't go cheap with anything when it comes to the AR parts, especially if it comes with the mechanism for making it fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that. So, Morris McCaleb's, what gun would you suggest to an older lady to carry? My mother is suggesting. My mother's asked. I don't know, man. I mean, I made a video on what is a good first gun to carry. There is really no good suggestion I can give somebody without talking to them, taking them to the range, and letting them see what they like to fire and everything like that. When it comes to just normal, use of a handgun and stuff like that, man. I mean, you can't go wrong with a revolver. You just put the bullets in there and you fire it. But some people have a hard time gripping a revolver. So that's why it's hard for me to suggest a revolver, because you can't grip it right. You're not going to be able to shoot it right. So I don't like saying what is a good gun for just anybody. I would like to talk to her and find out. I like to take people to the range before I suggest anything. Let them shoot a few guns and then go from there. That's the best way that I do it. Chicago Southside says, man, you had my mom laughing at me on your Friday foolery video when you talked about it. Well, shit, you need to be laughed at. I mean, Chocolate Drop. I mean, come on. You a grown-ass man, dog. You a grown-ass man. See, Cam, what's going on, man? I see you in here. Pep's dog, what's going on, man? Wrong with me. I ordered from Hope Cigar Company in Philadelphia. They will ship. Okay, cool. CZ P10 with Olight. John LaForest, I carry a CZP-10 with Olight. CZP-10s are very good. They compare those to the Glocks, man. When those first came out, man, there were so many videos of CZP-10 versus the Glock, all this and all that. CZ is a very good company, very good gun. I've got a few of them. Olight, you guys know I swear by Olight, so don't even go there. I mean, so you got a nice little setup. And, you know, there was somebody that made a comment on one of my videos when it came to the red dot. And basically what they said, they made a comment saying that, you know, why do you put a red dot iron sights all the way? And see, the thing about it is when it comes to lights, lasers, or red dots, they just add to your gun. They're not supposed to take the place of anything. They're not supposed to replace anything. I'm having a hard time talking today, guys. So, and I ain't even really on the liquor that much yet. So, but they're not supposed to take the place of anything. That red dot is not supposed to take the place of your iron sights. And that light is not supposed to take, or that laser is not supposed to take the place of you aiming. So, guys, just know all this added stuff that you're putting on your guns is just tools for your gun. They're just added tools to help you shoot better. That's all it is. Joe Morgan, how's it going? How's it going? I'm good over here, man. As you can see, drinking on some whiskey. See, Cam, I'm smoking on an aging room Pura Cepa. Let me see if I can get that in focus for you. It's an aging room Pura Cepa. See, Cam, here you go again, bro. You know, we're gonna acknowledge some of the slower people in our chat. See, Cam, who is a Ravens fan, gonna bring up the Ravens. I don't know why. They have failed him time and time again when it came to Steelers. How many times we beat y'all this year? See, Cam. Oh, you're quiet now, ain't you? See, Cam. How many times did the Steelers beat y'all this year? Okay, that's what I thought. Chris 77, what's up, man? Go ahead with your question. Right. Oh, global. You got snow on where you're at? Joe Morgan, you got snow over there? See, can we beat y'all twice, man? You know we beat y'all twice. Don't even go there, bro. Come on now. Chris 77 says, can we carry concealed while wearing a mask? Yes. Yes, you can. Yes, you can wear a mask while because it's mandated by the governor, and so you wearing your mask does not take away from you, does not hinder you carrying concealed. So yes, you may carry concealed. Big Rob says Pure Cepa are very good to me, anyways. They are very good to me too. I went through 2 boxes in like maybe 3 months. So Pure Cepa is I'm down to like maybe 5 or 6 more left of them. I wish I had another box because I really do like it. It's a very good smoke to go with whiskey or any kind of alcohol or anything like that. Chris 77, hey man, no problem, man. Yeah, you can wear a mask, man. It's mandated by the governor, so I mean, you can wear one. All right, so are there any more questions? I'm gonna stay on here for a little while, guys. So y'all come with the questions whenever. Try to stay on here for a little while. Try to do a Texas Gun Vault 2 hour messing with y'all today, unless the chat just gets real dry or something like that. So let me ask you guys something. So I was watching, I think it was Texas Gun Vault today, and he was talking about the ban. I think he was talking about the ban on the braces. And, you know, I get a lot of my information from Texas Gun Vault because he's very knowledgeable. So I get a lot of my information from him. And What do y'all think about that, man? This is getting kind of crazy to me. And he was talking about the P80. That's what he was talking about, the P80. And I understand why the ATF did what they did as far as the P80 goes. From a law enforcement standpoint, I understand exactly why they did what they did, because I've been in that situation before when I was in narcotics, and it was one of those things where, you try to warn somebody, they don't heed, or they try to skirt that line, and it's one of those things where it's like, you gotta do what you gotta do if they're not gonna listen to you. So Big Rob says, I got to build a smoke room outside because it gets cold outside. So, I mean, you really don't need an actual smoke room. As you see, I'm smoking in my man cave. And what I did down here is I just cut off all the vents to the rest of the house for my heating and air. I cut off all those vents. I made it to where it can't go down there. And I just have a window unit for the summertime when it gets hot. I have a window unit in my window, and then I actually have a reverse fan, an exhaust fan in my window as well. So if I'm smoking, but during the wintertime, I don't use the exhaust fan. I don't open up any windows or anything like that. And if I got a fire going or something like that, it goes out through the fireplace. So, I mean, I really don't have a big problem with, my smoking going out through the whole house or nothing like that, man. Joe Morgan, the P80 thing is kind of bonkers, man. But I kind of understand where the ATF is coming from with it, because what they were actually doing was giving you the tools and everything like that to make the lower, which the lower is part of the lower of the gun. From what I understand, they were giving them tools and saying that make your own gun, advertising, make your own gun on the thing. I think ATF right now is at the point where they're just trying to make examples of people, because so many companies are actually skating the line. They're basically skating the line. I wish we would just do things. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna get any pullback from this, but just like SBA Tactical, they got approved by one brace, and then they made a whole bunch of different braces that ATF didn't. Texas Gun Vault, how's it going, man? Texas Gun Vault is in here, guys. They made a whole bunch of different braces that weren't approved, and it's like, I mean, I kind of understand what they're saying. Like, I didn't say this one was approved. I just said that this one was approved, and now you're saying that we approved all of them. So, I mean, it's kind of one of those things, man, coming from a law enforcement standpoint. A lot of people like to say the police officer said this, a police officer told me that we could do this, a police officer told me I could do this. And that's not really what we told them. They're just, adding on to what we told them. So I kind of get it. Michael Grasso, you make a good point, man. Clearly, there is, for one thing, whenever a law is based on opinion, and I've seen this throughout my whole career in law enforcement, when you have a law that is just strictly based on opinion, where I can say it's against the law, and then my partner can say it's not against the law, is a complete problem. When you can't go from black and white, what's in the book, what it says in the book, that becomes a huge problem. So, yeah, I feel like that's one of the things that we need to, the ATF needs to address, is like, let's go by what the book says, and not let's go off of what everybody else just thinks. Because we already have, our judges already go off of what they think anyway. I mean, we have judges that go off their opinion and what they feel at the time of their anyway. I've had cases now. I've been like law enforcement. I had a DWI case not too long ago. Well, no, it was about 2 or 3 years ago. And I was an ABC agent, and I worked, alcohol law is what I basically worked as. Alcohol and narcotics is what we did. Well, I pulled a guy over for a DWI, and we went to court, and the judge threw out the case because she felt like I would not have pulled the driver over if he would not have stuck his middle finger out the window at me. The thing about it that she forgot, that she didn't think about, was he stuck his middle finger out at me going 110 miles per hour past me. That's why I pulled him over. He's going 110 miles an hour. Had nothing. Well, I mean, he did draw some attention to himself by sticking his middle finger out the window. But, like, and he actually blew an 18. He blew a .18 on this the machine. So he was drunk, way past his limit, but she threw it out because she felt like I wouldn't have pulled him over if he wouldn't have stuck his middle finger out. And these are things that we have going on in the court system. Is like a judge can make up however he wants, whatever opinion he wants, and then that's the ruling. Chicago South Side says, any thoughts on? I'm gonna use that in one of my videos, man. Chicago South Side and a couple other people sent me some pictures of their guns, explaining, what their guns are, what they use it for, EDC, how much they paid for it, and things of that sort. So I'm gonna start making some videos. I'm gonna start doing some opinions on what I think about their guns, what I would use it for, if it was usable in law enforcement, things of that sort. The doctor says, buy, build, shoot kits. That's extreme. I understand. Right. That's basically the premise of the P80 thing. Security 29. What's up, man? Tactical time is basically Security 29. Matt Moore's in the building. What's up, Matt? How you doing? Well, Michael Grasso says, honestly, all firearm laws need modernizing and updated for better or for worse. I don't think so. I don't think so. Once we get into that deep dark hole of trying to modernizing our gun laws, we will be bad off, especially with the politicians that we have in there now. Like, and I don't talk about politics. I try to stay out of politics or anything like that. I will talk about laws, but I won't try to talk about politics. But I feel like if we try to change any kind of gun laws or anything like that, I think the only thing that really needs to be changed is how the ATF can go and just switch up how they feel about something at a drop of a dime, because you have people that will go and invest in certain guns, and then all of a sudden it's illegal to have, and they are forced to either get rid of it or be scared that they're going to be a felon overnight. And I just don't feel like that's right, man. I don't feel like that's right at all. If a law-abiding citizen can turn felon overnight for not doing anything, I just don't feel like that's right. Michael Grasso says, I haven't been surprised by just how much power a judge has. It is impressive. It is very impressive. I'm telling you, man, judges are probably right under a sheriff. They're probably the most powerful. There's most powerful politician in a county that there is, man. I mean, judges are very, very powerful. Matt Moore says judges tend to side with cops in Texas. Well, that's a good thing, because this was let me tell you, this was back when all the bad stuff. Well, I mean, there's a lot of kind of like bad stuff going on with cops now, but this was a very, very liberal judge, and I don't know what made her really think about what she was saying, because after all the evidence came out, he blew an 18. Like, I don't care what anybody says. That man could have been out there and killed somebody, and you're just going to throw it out like it's nothing. That's the thing that really bothered me with the whole situation. And the thing about it is, if she would have looked at my record, I had been processing DWIs that whole year. I think he was like my 60-something DWI that year or something like that. And it was late in the year, so he was like 63 or something like that, if I can remember. He was like 63 for the year. So, I mean, it was something that I did a lot. I mean, I don't know why she just felt like I wouldn't have stopped him. Even though I didn't really write many speeding tickets or anything like that, but I have written them. And somebody going by you at 110 miles an hour. Now, I was in an undercover car. I was in in a Pathfinder, a 2018 Path. I know it wasn't Pathfinder. It was my Charger. I was in a 2016 Charger. I think it was. It was blacked out. But you can pretty much tell I was the police. The doctor, prices are insane right now. Yes, they are, especially on ammunition. That's another thing I was watching on today, man. Ammunition, and I refuse to pay. The last box of ammunition I bought was about 3-4 weeks ago. I paid $17.99 for a 50 box of 9mm, which I still had heartburn over it. I still caught heartburn over that, man. I just can't see myself paying that much, man. And I think I'm not going to pay no more than that. And I'm really not going to pay. I'm not going to buy another one. So it's just one of those things, man. Prices are getting crazy. Daggone. Joe Morgan said, hell, I've blown a 35 before, but I was on my own home playing with a machine. Don't know how accurate it was. Well, if you was one of those portable ones, those are pretty accurate, man, if they're calibrated right, man. So 35, that's good God, boy. I've never seen nothing higher than a 31. Mrs. K, Merry Christmas. Miss K, where you been? I ain't seen you in a while. You ain't been commenting on my videos. What's going on with you? Where you been? Now, guys, I'm getting kind of behind on the chat, man, on the chat, so I'm trying to answer all you guys' questions. Joe Morgan says the dude that got pulled over sounded like a dumbass. He was very cooperative guy, man, but he was just driving drunk. Joe Morgan says all gun laws are bad. Defund the ATF. Sorry, Diesel, if you ATF. No, I'm not the ATF, man. I'm local. And you know what? I wouldn't go as far as saying defunding any law enforcement. I would go as far as saying let's change up so we can use that. So we can use that somewhere else. We need as much law enforcement as we can get right now. But as far as using them to do some of the things that they're doing, we could be using that somewhere else, man. Like that those law enforcement guys can be used to do something else instead of some of the things that they're doing. Second Amendment rights. All rights are very, very, very important. Second Amendment is one of my most important rights also, Doctor. iMoney, what's your favorite Glock? All of them. My favorite Glock is all of them. So I don't have an actual particular one. I would just say I want to run out and get. I just like Glocks, man. I love all of them. So I couldn't tell you which one. Man, it's kind of hard for me to say what my favorite gun is. I'll tell you what my favorite platform is, and that's 1911 when it comes to handgun. 1911, hands down, is my favorite platform. But as far as which one, now my favorite 1911 is my Kimber because that was the first one I ever bought. That was the first gun I ever bought retail. That wasn't a private sale, and it was my first 1911. So that Kimber, it just has a special place in my heart. But as far as like just picking out a gun that's my favorite gun, I can't tell you, man, because I might get a tickle in the back of my neck to want to carry something else, and that might be my favorite for that day, so I can't tell you, man. Bobby, yeah, I'm in Jamaica. The gun laws okay over here. I don't know what the gun laws are over there, man. I have no idea what the gun laws are in Jamaica. Duke Adams, what's going on, man? How you been? All right, let me get down on this chat real quick. Man, Joe Morgan says, I'm thankful to live where I do. An 18-year-old can conceal carry, no permit, and there has been 0 incidents. That's all right, man. That is pretty good, man. Golly. See, where I'm at, you can only conceal carry if you have a permit. You can only get your permit when you're 21. So hey, Keith Jackson, I did check out that app that you're talking about, My Arms Cache app. I did, but it does a lot. It does a lot, but I just feel more comfortable with the way I'm doing my logs. And I got another video coming out too on logging your guns and stuff like that. Watched a video not too long ago. Lead Therapy had a video up about the ATF coming to his door, and there was I understand why the ATF did some of the things that they did, and this is strictly coming from a law enforcement point of view. And I talk about that in that video and why logging your sales and logging your guns is a good thing when it comes to the ATF. All right. C Cam says, in GA, an unmarked car can't pull you over. Really? That's crazy. That's crazy. Because we have all kinds of unmarked cars. Like I've driven unmarked Nissans, Toyotas, all kinds of unmarked cars, and I pull people over in them. Lead Therapy NC, what's going on, man? How you been? Tactical Time says, how do you know if they are impaired on weed? Well, the thing about that is we have what they call DREs, we drug recognition expert, okay? A DRE can tell if you're on any kind of narcotic or anything like that, as well as alcohol. Now, I've done my alcohol stuff, and I can pretty much tell when you're drunk. That's no, I mean, a lamest person can tell if you're drunk off alcohol. That's pretty easy. But you know, Duke Adams. That's same with me, Gunball. I don't never drink till intoxication. I mean, Texas Gunball. I don't never drink till intoxication. I just drink to enjoy my cigar, talk with you guys and stuff like that. Chris77 says, gun stores in my town are charging $47 for a bag of 50 round reloads. There ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. Matt Moore, man, I really appreciate it, man. I really appreciate the super chat. And yes, it is an option. I took your advice. I went ahead and looked into how to start the super chat, and I did it. And I appreciate your donation, man. Appreciate it. Miss K, I've been good. I hope all is well with you also. I'm glad to see you back, because Miss K, if y'all don't know, Miss K has been my day one. She's been with me since day one. She probably commented on my first or second video when they were trash. If you go back and look at my first or second videos, I didn't know how to calibrate the camera. My you could hear stuff in the back. They were trash. And she still commented and stayed with me, stuck with me this whole time. So Matt Moore, man, you're not going to talk about my 1911s like that. Matt Moore says, I love shooting a 1911. I don't want to own one currently. They are kind of obsolete to the modern firearms in my eyes as a tool, but damn, are they fun to shoot. 1911s are not obsolete. Don't ever say that again. Well, they're not obsolete, okay, Matt Moore? Now, don't make me fight you, because I would hate to have to fight you, Matt Moore. You down there in Texas, y'all got too many guns down there. But Matt Moore, stop talking about my 1911s like that, because that ain't cool. You too, Joe. Joe Moore, y'all need to stop with that, man. Tactical Time asked me, respect, Bo, what do you carry for a backup pistol? At work, I am currently getting a Glock 27. We carry the 40 caliber. I want to get it back up to the 40, so I'm going to get a Glock 27. I haven't gotten it yet, mainly because I can't find one on Blue Line. See, on Blue Line, law enforcement gets a little discount, and I'm not going to pay full price for a Glock when I know I can get it at a Blue Line discount, especially if it's a backup. Now, if it was something that I needed, or something like that, I wouldn't mind paying the full price. But just a backup, no, I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to be carrying that. Currently, I just carry a little 9mm 365. I have two 15-round magazines for my SIG P365 that I carry. But, you know, the main thing you want to have as a backup, you want to be interchangeable with the actual ammo that you're using as your actual gun. And then you want to have, you know, it to be interchangeable also with the magazines. That's the best way to do it for your backup. So that's why I'm getting the Glock 27 to go with my carry gun. Joel Morgan, you are absolutely correct. So it's all about the eyeballs with the drugs that the eyes widen for stimulants and pin out for narcotics. I know this from working healthcare and have handled drugs every day. Yes, you are correct, sir. They call it the horizontal gauge nystagmus. And basically you can tell if someone's been drinking by, you know, when they say to hold that, follow their fingers with just your eyes only, stuff like that, start going like that, is an easy way to tell if somebody's been drinking, and you cannot fight it. There is no way to fight it. No way. Chicago, man. Hey, Chocolate Drop. Appreciate it, baby. Chocolate Drop that sent me, gave me a $10 super chat, man. I really do appreciate it, Chocolate Drop, man. You know what, Chocolate Drop? You know what? Now, I ain't never called no grown-ass man Chocolate Drop. But I'm going to call you Chocolate Drop today. Chocolate Drop. I really appreciate that, bro. Matt Moore says 365 is an excellent choice. Glock 2. Yes. 365 was my gun to carry. But then, I used to love to carry just like super concealed where you wouldn't be able to tell or anything like that. But then I started thinking about it. You know, I'm a big guy, so I wanted to go up with a little bit higher, bigger size weapon. So I started carrying the mid-size, the Glock 19, and then I got this Glock 19 MOS, so I put the red dot on it and the light on it and all that stuff. And you just can't put that kind of stuff on a 365. So that's why I got away from carrying that 365, because like I told you guys before earlier in the chat, like the red dot and the light and all that stuff, those are just added tools to the gun to help you shoot better, you know. So I mean, that's just what it is. Doctor, man, I really appreciate it. The doctor is he sent me a $20 super chat, man. I really do appreciate that, man. Really do appreciate it. You guys have no idea. If you don't overpay outrageous amounts of money for ammo, how do you get ammo during the shortage where places limit you to more than one? Okay, so let me tell you something. Doctor, that is a great question. So before the pandemic, when I was really into guns, I was not doing any YouTube videos, but I was doing a lot of training for people and stuff like that. I stockpiled ammo. So I still have a good little bit amount of 9mm, and I'm getting down to the point where once I get down to like 4,000 rounds, I'm really going to start getting worried, because I want to bring you guys more shooting videos of me shooting my guns and stuff like that. But like I said, I just don't want to get under 4,000 rounds. So once I get under 4,000 rounds of my 9mm, and altogether with all my calibers, I got around 12, 13,000 rounds saved up. But 9mm is really getting short. So that's why I'm able to say I'm not going to pay that much for the ammo right now. Now, once I get down to 4,000 rounds, I might reconsider trying to pick up a box here and a box there if it's at $17. But other than that, man, I'm not really trying to do that much when it comes to pay that much when it comes to ammunition, man. Joe Morgan, I wasn't trashing 1911s. It was my first gun at 14, still have it. I was trying to tell Matt they are okay, whatever that word is. I ain't no scholar, Joe Morgan. Native girl, you always try to start, but Chocolate Drop. She said, "Oh, Chocolate Drop." I mean, no, I'm sorry. Chicago Southside sent hearts. That's Chocolate Drop for you, baby. He dropping them hearts. Chocolate Drop got to drop them hearts now. Duke Adams says, "How do you feel about uniform officers carrying officer carry around 3 AR mags and 4 pistol mags. That is totally fine. I feel like it is totally fine. And the reason why I say that is because you never know what's going to happen. I carry 2 AR mags and 4. I carry. Hold on. Let me get this right. I carry an AR mag and a handgun mag, and I have 5 or 6 of them in my vehicle, AR mags, and some other ones. But if I could fit more AR mags on my carrier, I would. If I could fit 4 on my carrier, I would. And the reason why is because, with the school shootings, the mass shootings and things of that sort, you want to make sure you have as much ammunition on you at all times. You never know what's going to happen. So I think that if an officer can fit that much ammunition and carry it comfortably, I think they should. A lot of people have been talking about how, the police have become militaristic and stuff like that, and, all this stuff. But really, when you think about it, and this is the thing that I've said for a long time, really, when you think about it, if, now this is a big if. Now, I want you guys to understand this is a big if. If we were to get invaded by another country or something like that, the only military you're going to have is law enforcement right off. We would have to, you have other military bases on U.S. soil and stuff like that, but they're not going to be the ones that's going to be the front line. Your law enforcement is. So you're talking about all this militarization of law enforcement. It's there for a reason, especially when you have others that are actual U.S. citizens that do things like mass shootings and things of that sort. So. All right, Tactical Thompson, been concealed carry my tactical pen. Don't like to open carry like I used to. All about the elements of surprise. What do you think about open carry? Open carry is a good thing. I open carry sometimes still to this day. I still open carry. I feel like you should carry however you feel comfortable. If it's open carry, concealed carry, or whatever, I feel like you should carry that way, as long as you're not, breaking the law or anything like that. But if you can open carry and feel comfortable about it, I feel like you should. There are a lot of people out there that don't need to conceal carry because they just don't. They're telling everybody they got a gun anyway because the fact that they keep on pulling out their shirt or adjusting their pants or something like that. So there are some people out there that just need to open carry and that's it, Chris77 says Federal Premium has ammo now. Just order a 9mm and 10mm. How much you pay for that 9mm and 10mm? That's what I want to know. Matt Moore says 4,000 rounds. Damn, I'm in trouble. 15 for me, and I'm worried. Well, Matt, the thing about it is I had to stop training. I had to stop doing training because I got so low on ammo. I would probably go through ammo. I'd probably go through... Man, I would say in a month's time, I would probably go through a case and a half of ammo before the pandemic hit. So I had to stop that so my ammo wouldn't be so short. And then I would still do training, but the person had to bring their own ammo. And that it just got to the point where, I stopped doing training altogether for, some other reasons also. But that's why I haven't started really back doing training like that because I was just going too low on my ammo. And if I get down to 1,500 rounds, you're still good with 1,500 rounds. Please don't feel like you're worried. You're still good with 1,500 rounds, man, because it's going to be hard to carry all those rounds anyway if something was to hit the fan. Rock Island is a great gun. T. Jackson makes a comment talking about Rock Island 1911s. They are great guns. I love Rock Island 1911s. I just have not picked one up yet. I want to pick up one very, very soon, but I have not picked it up yet. So we'll see what happens. All right, let me catch up with this. Let me catch up. M. Gabriel says, you don't see anyone volunteering to be shot with an obsolete 1911. You daggone Skippy, man. That 45 ACP ain't no joke. 1911. I don't care if it only carries 8 rounds, which most typically 7 to 8 rounds they carry. Man, I'm telling you, most times, if you got to fire more than 3 or 4 rounds, you are in a shootout. You're not in a shooting. You are in a shootout. So any gun you got, any handgun you have in a shootout is probably going to be obsolete. So best thing for you, I don't carry guns based on magazine capacity. I carry guns based on how well I shoot it, my training on it, how easy it is for me to get out the holster, get on target, and things of that sort. That's what I carry a gun for. I don't carry it based on magazine size, because I carried my Glock 42, which only carries 7 plus 1, 6 plus 1, and I carried that for a long time undercover, man. And only because that 380 round, I could really put it on target if I needed to, and I felt very comfortable carrying it. Ben Garner says, where can I get your merchandise? Ben, send me an email address. I had to cancel my merchandise that I was with before. I'm going to go ahead and go with who Texas Gunball is with, is Teesprings, but I have not set that up yet. I'm going in the process of setting that up now. But if you want one of the current shirts that I have, go ahead and email me, and we'll get you some, man. Just email me and I'll get back with you. K-Down. K-Down, what's up, man? Yo, what's up? Lead Therapy NC says, my wife and I are brand new to the 2A community. So when I started picking up ammo, I had no clue on what was a good price for ammo. And, I saw a video on Texas Gunball today where he was talking about he started back in 2011. And for 9mm, he was paying $11 or some change like that for a box of 50. I started back in 2006. And I can remember paying $9.99 for a box. You could go to Walmart, buy the white box of Winchester 9mm for like $8.99. A 50 box of Winchester white box for $8.99. So that's why I'm so reluctant. Texas Gunball said the same thing. That's why he's reluctant. He can't pay that much for 9mm ammo either, because when we were first started buying ammo, man, it was just so much cheaper. Kind of like the gas prices, man. When I first started driving, which I'm about to say my age, when I first started driving, gas was 97 cents a gallon. 97 cents a gallon. And then when it went up, I was just like, man, what the heck? Michael Grasso, man, I really do appreciate it, man. Appreciate the super chat. The only one that likes the Hellcat. No, you're not the only one that likes the Hellcat. I love the Hellcat. He said, also, I wanted a SIG and a 1911, so I got the SIG 1911 to be budget friendly. I do have a SIG 1911 operator. Very good gun, man. SIG makes some very, very good 1911s. Now, I will say that I want a few more SIG 1911s. Now, the only problem with the Hellcat, let me tell you what the only problem with the Hellcat. They came out after the 365. So you can get the 365, and then they came out with the Hellcat, and they were the same. They're basically the same exact gun, and I just can't see myself buying that gun until I get to a point where I'm just trying to buy something just to buy it, just to have it. So that's why I haven't gotten a Hellcat yet, man. I still want to get one. I want to get one that has the red dot on it and things of that sort. But like I said, it came out after the SIG. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure it came out after SIG. I don't want to misspeak, but I'm pretty sure it came out after the SIG. And that was a problem with that Hellcat, man. Man, guys, everybody, the doctor, Michael Grasso, Matt Moore, everybody that sent a super chat, I really do appreciate it. Chocolate Drop, you too. I really do appreciate it. You have to buy it at a gun show, ammo. At Diesel TV, what's his name? Bad Thoughts. What's your go-to guns to carry? Future gun buys in 2021. My go-to, like I said, I have my 19 on now, my Glock 19 MOS on now. I still carry my 365 if I just want to be very, very super concealed. I still carry my 365. I am trying to do a EDC update for my SIG P320X carry. You guys saw that video where the red dot came off of there because it was the wrong red dot. So I'm still trying to work on that. I still got to get that. So I'm going to get that done. Now, future buys for 2021, I'm going to get a Glock 27. I want to get, let me see. I want to get another shotgun. I was thinking about a bullpup shotgun. And I was thinking about like before the end of January, if you guys know what I'm talking about, before the end of January, I really want to buy me some more SB tactical braces and uppers for the uppers and all that stuff for the SB tactical. I want to get like 2 more 7.5 inch and another 10.5 inch upper for 223 and 5.56. Because I have like 8 or 9 lowers that are stripped that I have been reluctant to. I'm not reluctant, but I just haven't gotten to them yet to build. So I want to do that as well. The doctor says, does anyone think the price of ammo will return to normal? I don't think it will turn to absolute normal. I don't think we'll see ammo prices back down to, $10, $11 a box. But I do think it will get to a normal where you can find a box for $15, $16. I do think that. I just feel like, man, once these companies get that blood of money, get that taste of money blood, and they see that people are willing to pay those prices, it's hard for them to go back down. I think that's one of the big problems, man. Now, I might be wrong in that. I mean, because I've never seen anything like this before. I've never researched anything like this before, so I might be totally wrong. But just how companies work and how greedy they get sometimes, once you start paying for it, man, it's hard for it. Just like gas prices, man. Once you start paying for it, it's hard for them to go back down. The doctor, I told T. Oh yeah, well, doctor, you told me to listen to him, and I did. And so I started up some Teesprings. I showed you guys the other shirt that I came out with. I don't know if I showed you. If y'all didn't see that, y'all want me to show you the new shirt that I'm gonna come out with? Y'all go ahead and put it in the comment section. I'll get a picture of it real quick and show you guys. All right, let me see. I love shooting my 357 Model 19. I'm just saying there's a good reason you don't see every cop in America carrying it. Let me tell you the real reason why cops don't carry 1911s anymore. The main reason police officers do not carry 1911s no more is because you have to carry it cocked. And the public did not like seeing guns cocked. It scared them when they saw a gun with the hammer back. So that's why they got away from carrying 1911s. That's the only reason. You still have cops carrying them, like Vegas Metro Police. They let them choose, and a lot of the cops have gone to carrying 1911s. I would carry a 1911 if it was allowed in my department. I would carry my 1911. But that is the only reason why you don't see many cops carrying them, is because the public perception of that gun. Gary would say, you should sell those big stovepipes so we can puff up during your chat. Well, man, I don't sell my cigars because I like smoking them myself. Get your own, buddy. Sorry, get your own. Chris 77, 9 million was 18, 10 million was 35. Just take their site. The only 9 million is the Syntec for 18 left. That's still a lot, man. I just can't see myself paying that much for a box of ammo, man. 50 rounds. I just can't see myself paying that much. Ben, if you go into one of my videos, my actual email address is dieseltv001 at gmail. dieseltv001 at gmail. Just email me and I'll tell you what all we need to do to get it to you. Get you a shirt, bro. So Gray Sider says, "What up, Diesel? I went out today and ran 200 rounds with my Glock 21. Shoot too damn much. No, that's not too much shooting, but damn, it was fun. Had to test out his new flat face trigger. So 200 rounds is a good session for going to range, especially if you're paying. I don't pay to go out to the range, but usually a regular range day for me is about 800 rounds per caliber. I do about 800 rounds per caliber if I'm just trying to shoot and work on some stuff as far as training goes. That's usually how I do it. Now here recently, the last time I went to the range, I took 800 rounds, but I probably shot like 400 rounds because I was real weary about going through my ammo and I was just having so much fun. So I had to stop. That day, the video of me sighting in my red dots, I shot about 1,200 rounds that day because I didn't just sight in my red dots. I did some other stuff also that I didn't do on camera. So Tactical Time says, "What is your advice if getting pulled over and carrying my pistol? Let him know about it, and he won't open the backpack anyway, so don't tell him." Listen, so I can't give you that advice. Here in North Carolina, you have to let them know if you have a concealed carry permit. You have to let them know that you are carrying. In some other states, though, you do not have to let them know. So I would say look up what your laws are. If your laws say that you have to tell them. It just basically abide by the law. That's the best thing I can tell you, man, because when it comes down to it, when somebody tells me they have a gun, and I've seen this time and time again, we have a lot of citizens in North Carolina that have concealed carry and they don't carry their guns. So when they tell me they have a concealed carry and I'd be like, okay, where's your gun at? And they say, well, it's at home. I'll have it with me. I'm like, why are you not carrying your gun, but you got a concealed carry? You know, that's defeating the purpose of having a concealed carry, you know, and most cops feel that way. If you're eligible to get a concealed carry, we want you carrying it. So you're not calling us because you became a victim. You're calling us because there's a victim laying in front of you, if you get what I'm saying. Bad Thought says, I asked Texas Gun Vault. Let's see what you choose. Glock 19 Gen 5, gray, 589, Glock 19X. I would say, personally, I would say Glock 19X because I don't have one. That would be the only reason. Now, if I had both of those guns and I had to choose, I'd probably do the Glock 19 Gen 5. Just because it's a cheaper. But I wouldn't mind getting a Glock 19X. I don't really want one that bad, but I wouldn't mind getting one, just to have one. So. Chicago Southside said, let's see, show it. All right, let me get this picture real quick. All right, so I'm really behind on y'all's chat, as I can see. I'm kind of behind, so y'all just bear with me, man. I'm gonna get this photo out so y'all can see the new design of the shirt right here. I don't know if let me see if y'all can see that. There it is. That is the new design of the shirt right there that I'm coming out with. Let me know what you guys think about that, man. So I don't know exactly when Teespring. I'm gonna drop Teesprings. It's probably gonna be a little bit after the first of the year that I'm gonna drop it. But I'm gonna be dropping that shirt with this shirt as well. There will be some masks, some gaiters, and sweatshirts. You know, all that kind of stuff, man. So y'all just stay tuned for all that. Duke Adams says, does your department give you patrol rifles? Yes, they do issue patrol rifles. Smith & Wesson, the Smith & Wesson M&P AR-15s is what they issue. I carry my own. You can carry your own if you want to. I chose to carry my own because I just like mine better. I like the way it's set up better. I have a lot better equipment on it, so I choose to carry mine. Only problem with carrying yours is I have a partner that carries his own. He had to use his in the line of duty, and the SBI, State Bureau of Investigation, still has his rifle. And that shooting was maybe a month and a half, 2 months ago, and they still have his rifle. So that's the only bad thing about carrying your own, is if you have to use it in line of duty, they're going to take it for the investigation, and no telling when you'll get it back. Okay, Michael Grasso says it seems like a lot of the pro two-way and gun companies have deals with coffee companies. Diesel, can you be the first to have a deal with a cigar company? I would love to have a deal with a cigar company as long as the cigars are good. But yeah, man, I'd love to do that. ARs and cigars, baby. That's what I go with. You know, that's my slogan on my shirt. ARs and cigars. What is the best radar detector to beat the laser? The doctor asks. There is no radar that can actually beat the laser. All right. The only thing the radar and the laser detector shows is it tells you that there is a laser in the area. But by the time the detector tells you that there's a laser, it's too late. We've already got your speed because the laser does not emit its laser until you pull the trigger. And you're only pulling the trigger when you're on target. And it reads like that. So there isn't anything that can beat it. There's only something that tells you that there is one in the area. Miss M. Gabriel, yes, the Steelers, no, they're not on yet. I don't think they come on until 8:30. So the Steelers are playing tonight, but I don't think they come on until 8:30. Chicago Southside Chocolate Drop says, does O-Light fit on any 9mm firearm? O-Light will fit on most full-size and mid-size firearms. As far as like the micros and compact and all that stuff, you just have to see depending on if it's double stack or single stack. Let me see. I lost my spot in the chat. Hold on, guys. Man got a 6 head. Leon Noel, you talking about my head? I got a 6 head? Is that what you're talking about? I don't know, because you got a Panthers logo beside your name, so I know you suck. But anyway, let's move on. Yeah, I got a big forehead. So what? Come on over here and I'll headbutt you. Chicago Southside, yeah, them CZP 10s and F Smith & Wesson Pro Series. Okay. Let me see. Ron Williams, hey Diesel, can I send you my email address as well? Yes. I don't need you to send me your email address. I just need you to say that you want a shirt in the email, and I'll tell you what we need to do to actually, get you paid for it and me send it to you and all that stuff. I'm gonna have to get your address and all that stuff so I can get it sent to you. All right. But yeah, you can send me an email and all that stuff, man. The reason why I kind of went away from it because the process, I had Chicago Southside ordered 2 shirts the other day, and the thing of how the whole process worked is Chicago Southside ordered it, and they sent me a notification through my email, but I didn't see the notification to okay the purchase. So it took a little bit for that to happen, and then they had to send me the money, and then the distributor had to take the money out. So I just wanted to take out that middleman, and that's why I say just go ahead and email me because we're going to take out that middleman. And that middleman, they had a lot of hidden charges, so I wasn't making anything. I made 61 cents on the first purchase, and I think I'm making like $1 and some change on this last one. So that's why I'm getting rid of them. The doctor says, I like the shirt you have on now. These are the shirts that I am actually selling. I have a black one also. Let me let y'all see that. ARs and cigars, baby. That's how we get down on Diesel TV. But yes, that is the shirt that I am actually selling. If you want one, go ahead and email me and I'll get them to you. I have a black and I have white. Big Rob said the hoodie pick looked like a Mike Tyson Punch-Out character. Well, I mean, that's, you know, my best friend. I showed you guys on my tour of my man cave. He did the picture on my mantle over there of the Joker, right here. He did that picture, and he did that picture of me also for the shirts. So let's thank him, my boy, Trey Pro's YouTube channel, Trey Pro's YouTube channel. Matt Moore says, I feel like the Glock 19N was the best handgun they have ever built and is a great size. And I'm not a huge Glock fan, but 19 is legendary. I like the 22 better. I like the 22 and the 21 better. Actually, my first Glock was a Glock 21. It was 45. And I like that. That's what I went through police academy with. That's the gun I shot my first 100 with, was that Glock 21. The doctor says, what about doctor? Okay, now listen. Okay, now the doctor is asking me a lot about jam. Doctor, you got a lead foot. Does the doctor have a lead foot? Are you trying to escape them speeding tickets? The doctor, jammers, I don't know, man. I don't know about jammers. I just know about detectors. When it comes to jammers, I don't think there's anything that can actually jam the frequency that the laser is on, because the laser it reflects. So regardless, if there is something jamming it, it'll have to absorb the laser, and I don't think there's anything that can actually absorb that laser to not send a signal back to it. So I don't think there's anything that can actually jam the laser or the radar, actually. The doctor says, I know you know, don't hold out on us. I'm really, now you guys know, I will tell you if I knew. Now I would tell you, I really don't know, man. There might be some other YouTube channels. I mean, if you Google, I mean, if you type it in YouTube, man, I mean, you're for sure to find the answer somewhere. But I really don't think there's anything that can jam it. Bobby, yeah, Diesel, have you ever had to use your gun to save your life or someone else's? No, I have not. But I have had a partner that has had to. It's something that I would never want to do. Man, it's, you know, I never want to take somebody's life. Now, I've had to pull my gun out before, a lot before. But as far as actually using it, no, I have not. Michael Wrestlers, don't ever do the front and dip. When you hit the brakes and the front dips, that's, man, Michael Grasso, truthfully speaking, we already have your guilt on screen before you even notice we're there. Truthfully speaking, man, the radars and the lasers are the most, man. I can get somebody from almost a little bit over a mile away with that laser. So I know how fast you're going, and by the time you see me, I've already made a decision to pull out on you. It's just you have to get up to me for me to pull out on you. Matt Moore says jammers are illegal in most states. I think, yes, they are. I don't think they're illegal in North Carolina, though. I don't believe they are. We don't even deal with jammers and radar detectors, man. They're fine here because we know they're not really going to do much to help you. Bobby, yes, is the average cop in Jamaica uses their gun about 5 to 6 times a week. Good God. I don't want to, heck no. Right, Matt Moore, the doctor, you have to say what you drive now. We need to know. Because you out here with lead footing it. We need to know what you speeding away from cops and all that stuff, man. We gonna start snitching on you. Let me see. I'm trying to catch up, man. So y'all just bear with me. Urban Gun Reviews, man. What's good with you, man? Good to see you here. Gamecocks, that's my team, man. That's my team. Actually, Gamecocks was one of the schools that sent me an interest letter when I was playing football before I hurt my back. And I started researching Gamecocks, and I just started liking them, started watching them, and that's my only connection to them, bro. I like the Gamecocks. James Walker says Canic is the reason why I will never buy another Glock. That is an okay reason. Canic is a very, very good gun. Very good gun. It's just that Canic does not have I mean, Canic's made it big on the scene about 5-6 years ago, maybe. I think it was maybe 5-6 years ago, somewhere around there. And Glock has been around a lot longer than them. That's why I would never say I would never buy another Glock. Now, Canic is a good gun. I'm not going to talk crap about him or anything like that, but we just haven't seen, Glocks are used in law enforcement, and Canics just are not. So I can't get behind that 100%, but I get exactly what you're saying. All right, so Matt, let me tell you, he said, Matt Moore asked me, what is the worst story or excuse someone have to try and get out of a ticket? Let me tell you this story. So I pulled a guy over for speeding. He was going, I can't remember. He was going like 30 something miles over the speed limit, somewhere around there. 30, maybe 40 something miles over the speed limit. He gave me a story that his colostomy bag had busted, and I didn't believe him. But he lifted up his shirt and showed me, and his colostomy bag had busted. And it was bad. So I had to let him go. So it wasn't really an excuse. It was a good story. But I've had people tell me that, they're trying to get to the hospital. I mean, anything you think of, they will tell you to try to get out of a ticket. And the thing about it is, I could care less, what your reasoning for speeding is just how you treat the stop. Once you get to the point where you're just overly lying about things and I just don't believe you or anything like that, it's a lot easier for me to give you a ticket. So, if you just tell me, like usually the people that's like, yeah, man, I was speeding, you caught me. Usually you're not sitting right there, and I just thought you weren't going to be sitting there today. I usually let those people go. I mean, I'll let them go, and I'll just say, man, just slow it down next time, or, something like that. But, when you start just telling me this and that, and I got to go here, and I had one lady that started crying and called her daughter that wasn't picking up the phone because her daughter was in. I was like, man, oh, whatever. It's just like, okay, well, let me just go ahead and give you this ticket real fast so I can get you on your way. M. Gabriel, you say you would have to have a laser emitter always on that would give an error in the unit. Those are usually illegal. Those do not work. They don't work because the laser emitter would have to know where to shoot that laser to get that unit to show an error. Now, I was in the class for the laser, and they used that laser emitter, and it just did not work. So, good one, though. That was a good one. Urban Gun Reviews, I really appreciate it, bro. We're going to win this game tonight, baby. We got to win this game tonight. HKVP9 is my next purchase. HKVP9 is a very good gun. That's on my list, on down the list for my next purchases. I don't know how many guns I'm going to buy next year, 2021, because it all depends on, everything that happens with, our election and all that stuff, and the executive orders and all that stuff, which I'm not going to get into, but depends on everything that happens with that on what I'm going to buy and what I'm able to buy. I have some things on there, that have a potential of me not being able to buy no more because I still want a SCAR. I don't have a SCAR. I always wanted one of those. Those are just a little pricey. I always wanted a HK MP5, but I was probably gonna have to get one of the replicas made or something like that. If I can get one of those, So it just depends on what happens with all this election stuff going on and all that stuff. So Tactical Com says, can you do a video on your duty bag, please, bro, and maybe your police truck first aid kit? I can do that. I'll do that. We've ordered my new car. We should be getting it pretty soon, the next week or two. Then we have to get it outfitted and all that stuff. When we get that in and get it outfitted and all that stuff, I'll be doing a new video on that. And I might include my duty bag and my first aid kit in that if it's not going to be too long, or I'll just do a separate video. But I'll get that done for you. Shitty situation. You're right. How many miles over the speed limit do you give a driver a grace? So I usually give 15 mile an hour over the speed limit, and then you know that's when I come into that's when you grab my attention. So if you're going 15 or over, that's usually when you grab my attention. And even at 15, I usually just give a warning, depending on that person's attitude and how they feel about their day. You know, I've had people say, you know, I don't believe I was going that fast. Can you prove it to me on the radar and show me the lock? And I said, and you know what my thing is about it? See, people try to be smart with me. And, you know, if y'all haven't noticed, I'm a smart ass. So if somebody says they want to see the lock, I say, okay, I'll be right back. And I put their speed on the ticket and I'll be like, here's what it was right here, buddy. You wanted to see it? Here it is. Because we don't have to show you the lock. We don't have to show you what we locked your speed in at. So if you ask to see it, I'm going to show it to you. It's just going to be on the ticket. That's the kind of butthole I am. So. Let me see. Michael Grasso says, just be real cops, and I find they are real with you. Straight up. Oh, Urban Gun Reviews. We'll get this win. Don't worry about that. Let me see. Texas Gun Vault. Appreciate you coming back. What you eating on? I'm getting kind of hungry myself. Mrs. K says, hey, Diesel, do you have a bug out bag? No, I do not. I do not have a bug out bag. Now, I do have certain bags that I use for like my electronics that I carry around in and stuff like that, but I don't have like a bug out bag to where if something happens, you know, I'm going to go ahead and grab it and go. Because I mean, really all I want to do is make it home. If I can make it home, I'll be all right. When it's time to leave the house, where am I going? I have no idea where I'm going. Bugging out too. I'm not no outdoorsy. I've never been hunting or anything like that. So I don't have one of those. Big Rob, man, appreciate you coming, bro. We'll see you. Mike Rex, the second, the first aid kit. Most people don't understand that is the most important thing you'll ever need. You are correct. That is one of the most important things you'll ever need is a first aid kit. I carry a first aid kit pretty much everywhere I go. I have one in my personal vehicle. I have them in my range bag. I have them in my patrol car. So, I mean, yes, that is one of the most important things that I carry. I carry about like I carry my gun. I just don't have it on me at the time, but I do have it close. K-Down says, let's say someone was going 40 over but kept it 100, then what would you do? They'd have to get a ticket for that one. And the only reason, man, K-Down, is because I've seen wrecks at 40 mile an hour over the speed limit. And those are devastating. They are devastating. So the reason I'm not giving you a ticket because trying to learn a lesson or anything like that per se. It's just that I've seen what wrecks can do. And that's why law enforcement's out there to do, you know, speeding tickets, because we see it. A lot of people have not seen those wrecks, man, and you don't want to. You don't want those wrecks stuck in your head. You know, I think about a lot of them that I've seen before, and I've seen young kids die in wrecks. I've seen older people die in wrecks, and it's just something that, you know, you don't want to see. Once you start seeing those wrecks and stuff like that, you would probably start stopping people yourself as well. Wooden LiDAR, M. Gabriel says, wooden LiDAR only work from the front and back and not from the side. It depends on your angle. You can have a slight angle on it. It does not have to be straight on. Now, the straighter you on your target, the more accurate it will be. But as that angle comes out, it does lose a little bit of accuracy, but not in miles per hour. You only lose about 1 or 2 miles per hour. And by that time, you are, I mean, like, you know, 1 or 2 miles an hour from going 20 miles and over is not something that would be fightable in court. So good for you. Joe Morgan says, good for you, Diesel. I'm polite and respectful until provoked. Right. I just try to treat people how I want to be treated. You know, I mean, when I get somebody on the side of the road, you know, and they start acting like a butthole, I'll start acting like a butthole. So I mean, I try to treat people how they want to be treated. Matt Moore says, he was talking to the doctor. I'm sorry, that's y'all's conversation. I'm not a big car guy. I like cars, but you know, I'm very, very simple. I like Nissan Maximas are one of my favorite cars. Not a very powerful. I just like the way it looks, and I'm not a big. Now I am a big motorcycle. I have a Suzuki Hayabusa 1300. Well, I had one. I sold it. Trying to get another one, but I love motorcycles. I'm just not a big car guy. Mike Russell says, if you are 40 over speed limit and get into a wreck, let's assume the minimum is 30 miles per hour. That's 70 miles per hour an hour, and it's a bad situation. You are correct. That is very, very correct. I mean, it's just not a good situation, man. Now, I see the steel frame guns. I like the way steel frame guns. I like the lighter guns, but one of the main reasons I like 1911s is because of the weight. I love the weight of a 1911, and you know, I'm a plate lifter. I'm talking about dinner plates. I lift a lot of dinner plates, so I've gained a little bit of muscle from lifting them dinner plates, and I just like the way a 1911 sits in my hand, how the weight of it is. So. K-Down says I was doing 115, but he said I was doing 40 over. Good God, K-Down. And the thing about it is also, what y'all don't understand is, once we get a lock on you guys, that's the lock that we have. We don't know if y'all sped up or anything like that. So even though we telling you what speed we got you at, you might have been going faster than that. We just didn't wait and let the speed rise. You know what I'm saying? That I don't think the Crown Victoria was a Marauder, was it? I think it was a Grand Marquis Marauder. I think, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not a big car guy, so don't even. You know what? Let me go ahead and step back out of that conversation. Because I'm not, like I said, I'm not a big car guy. I couldn't tell you. Dr. Tom, you're right, man. If you ever see a child not make it from a wreck, man, it's something that sticks in your mind. It's nothing good. Nothing good. Texas Gunvault says the fastest I've ever driven in a car in the street car is 135 mile an hour, a 98 Camaro Z28. Now, I've had my motorcycle up to as fast as it'll go on the street. Now, I've driven a police car very fast. The fastest car I've ever driven as a police car is the Ford Taurus show motor. It's the twin turbo, all-wheel drive Taurus that they came out with in like 2016, I want to say. That was my police car. That daggone thing was fast. One of the fastest cars I've ever driven. And it was faster than the Hemi motors and the Chargers. But it was the first year it came out. They made them a little bit slower that second year, but the first year production of that car was just crazy fast. And it was kind of dangerous because there was one time I was going down the highway and I was going about 65 and I had to hit it to get somewhere because a call had just came out and all my tires lost traction at 65 mile an hour. That's how powerful that car was. And it just blew my mind because I never would have thought they'd make a production car that fast with nothing to it. Oh, so it was a Grand Marquis. Yeah, Mercury is a Grand Marquis. Yep, that's it. It wasn't the Ford, which basically was a Ford, wasn't it? Keith Jackson says, I mentioned that I was in the market for a mid-price 1911. Should I wait a while due to the pandemic price hikes? No, if you could probably find one at a good price. It depends on what you're looking for, though, man. Rock Island, they do great guns that are not that cheap. Also, there's another one. It starts with a P. I want to say Pandora, but it's not Pandora. Para Ordnance. They have a warehouse in North Carolina, and their 1911s are not bad at all either. And you can get them at a good price still too. So if you're looking for like a pretty nice, 1911, not going to pay that much for, look at Rock Island or Para Ordnance, and I think those prices shouldn't be outrageous, man. So Derek Darden says, what do you think about the Springfield Ronin 1911 45 ACP? I like it's okay. Springfield is okay. I learned some things about Springfield the other day that I didn't like, that Texas Gun Vault was talking about. So Springfield, I have a different opinion about them now because of that. But before that, I did like Springfield's 1911. I think I'm going to go with SIG's 1911s now. I'll do a SIG. Or now I did buy a Smith & Wesson 1911 Performance Center 1911. That's the silver one with the blue handles. Very nice, man. Shoots great. Shoots real good. So Smith & Wesson makes a good one also. Chris 77, man. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, it's about time for me to get off here too because the Steelers are about to start playing. Yeah, that SHO motor on that Ford Taurus was a beast. How do I turn going fast without losing control like the police do with their cars? Training, just like firearms, you got to train. We have training classes that we go through. We have to drive cars and all that stuff. So it's all about training, bro. You need a Cabot 1911 in your life, Big D. I don't know what that is, man. What is it? Hold on, let me look that up. Cabot 1911? I don't know what that is. Oh, those are nice. Yeah, I think I do need one of those in my life. Now you got something else I'm going to put on my list. Thanks, Matt. Dang. Texas Gun Vault says, come on, I do 2-hour live streams for Texas Gun Vault. You got a lot more subscribers than I do. You have a lot more support than I do. I want to do 2 hours, but I cannot go past my Steelers. I'm at 1 hour and 35 minutes now. I can't miss out on my Steelers plans. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I love you guys to death, but I just can't do it. Oh, cabinets are a stupid high price 1911s. Thank you for telling me. I don't even want to go and look at the actual pricing. So yeah, I probably won't be doing that. Texas Gun Vault, what do you think about the pair of Ordnance 1911s, man? Michael Grasso says, Texas Gun Vault, I'm going to find you after this and follow you. You are hilarious. Texas Gun Vault is a great channel. Urban Gun Reviews is a great channel. He's on here too. He was on here. I don't know if he's still on here now. Texas Gun Vault, I get all of my information from him. I sound smart to other people because of him. Steelers win tonight. Yes, we are going to win tonight. All right, Texas Gun Vault says, I think they are good and okay, but I am a Colt fan. It is a Colt or a copy. Yes, it is, man. But the thing is about that is you're going to pay Colt prices. And to not pay Colt prices, you got to go to a copy. And I am all about copying somebody. So I will copy them until I can afford that Colt price. Because Colts are a little expensive for what, compared to what you would get from both, man. Like I said, I love Colt. Now, hands down, I love Colt. But you can probably get a pair of Ordnance for $450. And that's what I would say is a low price 1911. Pretty good. And like I said earlier in my video, man, there are certain guns that if you make wrong, you don't need to be making guns, period. 1911, AR-15, and what was the other one I said? Oh, and revolvers. If you can't make a revolver or 1911 or AR-15 right, I'm sorry, you don't need to be a gun company making guns. I mean, that's just how I feel about that. All right, Urban Gun Reviews. Appreciate you coming, bro. Yeah, Michael Grasso, man. When it comes to training and driving, man, I've been through our highway patrol driving classes, all that stuff, man. So yeah, man, it helps, and it helps a lot. It helps a lot keeping up with, like, I've had chases with motorcycles and stuff like that haven't been able to lose me unless they get on the highway, things of that sort. So yeah, if you can get the training, that's probably some of the best training you can get when it comes to driving. Ron Williams, appreciate you coming, man. Appreciate you coming. All right, it seems like a lot of people are logging out of here. So I think I'm going to go ahead and head on out so I can get ready for this game and watch this game, guys. I really appreciate everybody. The Doctor, appreciate your super chat. I appreciate Chicago Southside. I appreciate Matt Moore. And there was one more, and it was Michael Grasso. I really appreciate you guys' super chat. I really appreciate your support, man. So until next time, y'all know what it is. I'm out.